Yo. 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 Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? How are we doing today? Jay, what's up, buddy? How many cards are you guys on? I need to catch up to you guys. I'm falling behind. Uh, 32 tradable on bot base and 51 footies without a 99. Dang. I still have like 700 plus tradable packs to open. We're chilling on coins. I might just open all the big promo packs. Low key might be the move. Not breaded in. Also, too, I saw, was it FUTGG and was it FUTTIES as well? Both are working with EA. I loaded my EA account onto FUTGG, but I did it after I started the catalog. So it's showing that my catalog's 78 out of 130. Is that because I'm put it in by hand, or is it going to now automatically update when I pack stuff? Because if it can automatically update for us, that could be sick. To not have to worry about it. There we go. Who's that? McTominay. Gilmore. Never mind. We got 770 prime Electrum packs. Over 50 jumbo gold packs still. We're cooking. Can even or form likes on TikTok till I get a 99? Who are the 99s I should look out for? Ramirez, cold. Pina, VVD, Maradona, and Dino. Gotcha. Gibbs White. What should I use my FUTTIES tokens on? I really don't care about Evos. Should I honestly do the 75 plus times 10 pack? Or is there some crazy pack I should be doing? We're doing the 88 pick for 50. It's tradable, so you never know. Can you do unlimited of them? So I can do a ton right now. What are the chances I get like an Mbappe? I feel like it's gonna be a bunch of crap. Discord informs. discard informs, but still could be worth it. Alright, should we do 85 plus, 84 plus times 13? That might be nice tradable. Or we just do an 87 plus times 10. 86 plus times 10 tradable. Should I go for that? I'm doing it. FUTTIES! Junglacious, what's up, buddy? How you been, brother? Who's the FUTTIES? Who's behind Athena? Mbappe! Hey! Let's go! Gold! Beautiful. Beautiful. I have no idea what fodder's going for right now. Is this not even 1200? I don't even know what to list it for, to be honest. Alright, do these sell? 12. We'll quick sell that. Athena well. Do 27 for her. You gonna get FC27? Is that an actual question, or are you trolling? Well, I might as well just quick sell that, right? Yeah. As soon as you come back to streaming, I get the 99. It's the mumbo luck. Hey, feel free to pass some of that around, brother. Alright, let's do the player picks then. Actual question. Yes, I will be buying the game. My whole channel's based on the game. Thus, I will be buying the game. Yes, sir. Ooh, Thomas Muller, Lucio, Dan Juma, Stanway. So my question is, when we pack these, how do we know what has value? Like, I might just take the Tomas because I think it might go for more than Juma. Genuinely no idea. Okay, I'm not going to count that as we packed them yet because I want to pack them untradeable. Which edition? I'm going to get the most expensive one. It'll pay for itself within a day or two. I mean, it already paid for itself, but you guys don't need to get it. I would just get the ultimate if you want to play early. Probably not as much need for an ultimate plus. Unless you truly wanted to. Do these not count as Team of Seasons? Or is there that many open bids right now? I might get on Team of the Season open bids or Snipes, guys. Did I say Thomas Muller? I was doing the meme of when I used to say it. That's not Thomas. Alright, can we get an absolute banger from one of these? Renard. Now, question is, do the 91s go for a cheeky price for people doing swaps? Trying to buy some of these out, or are they the same price? Basically, probably going to be the same price. Good evening, streamer. How was your trip to Nashville? Saw some nice photos of you with the Macums. Great time, I presume. It was amazing. I want to do it a million times over. I miss all the Macums already. A Billy. Let's go. But yeah, anyone tradable we pack, I'm not personally counting. I don't know how you guys are doing your count, but I'm not going to count any of them. I want each one untradeable in our club. I've been making the bigger Gamba SBCs with just our dupe storage promo cards. What was a big baller? Shell makes 50K a month? Nah, I don't work for EA. Did any of the Liverpool fans offer you a can of Coke and some chicken lad? No. Some of the, we had a drive-by happen. Let me clarify because it's the United States. We had a, you know, like when couples are going to get married and they do their bachelor and bachelorette parties and they go somewhere. So there's a bunch of like pedal bikes and like buses that go around Nashville to show off the city. And you can see inside of them, there was a whole Liverpool supporters one that passed us. They did a drive-by, saw all of us, and started doing chants. Oh, dude, what a price range, EA. W. Can't wait to sell that Cole Palmer by FIFA 30. These guys just can't afford guns, don't worry. We knew it wasn't a real drive-by. Dude, you want to know what's crazy, though? I knew Liverpool was one of the biggest supported clubs in America for the Prem. I didn't realize how crazy it would be. It was like, it wasn't even 90-10. I'd say it was like 95-10. 95% Liverpool supporters. 5% Sunderland supporters. It was wild. What was actually Benny and the new FC going to play the FIFA 17 revival? Dude, should I make... Dude, I'm so pissed I didn't play during FIFA 17. That was the year I was playing Black Ops 3 still. I bought it. I remember playing it at the start, but I really wish I would have made videos during that time. We'll take every single one of these, man. Easy coins. Honestly, should this be a trading tip video? Hey guys, take your footies coins that you keep getting and keep doing the rare item player pick for the easiest coins in the world. Hurst, Lou Silva. Even though I'm sure all these go for discard. Yeah. Anybody struggling to make packs, or are you all chilling? With League SBCs, it's still extremely easy. I'm just hitting the point where I don't care to do more than like 25 runs a day anymore. So I'm not really pushing it past that. Ooh, Torre. Same price. Wait, are people bidding and just quick selling them? To make a few hundred coins? Maybe. Alright. 5 more. Another Renard, a Kamara. That's beautiful. Blue 23.5. Alright. Goal today, boys. Get as close to 100 as we can. The next batch will be closer to completing it than this one, because I was gone for like half of it. We still got a lot of time. My issue is I have all my tradable packs have to open, though. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Congrats, brother. Wait, did I call that this one would be worth more than the other ones? Or are my eyes deceiving me? Or is this a price range again? Oh my gosh, EA. You still running a Sunderland past and present team? Yes, sir. Take a gander at this, plus Thiago Silva and Neymar. I want to make Mukiele 98. Look what I could do for this card. If I choose to do Mr. Nonchalant on him. Oh wait, not Nonchalant. What's the other one? Oh, it's gonna glitch me. That's stupid. This like the man on the side running good deals here. I got the cheap promos. You want Mbappe's? That's 30k. What you saying well done for? Andrew. Sunderland played Liverpool in preseason and I went to the game. Or do you not follow your favorite club? Are you a fake Liverpool supporter? I thought you'd be rubbing it in, brother. It's official. Burrow has signed Sebastian Berhalter. You'll love to see it. Didn't watch live, but you watched after the fact. What'd you think? Or at least from the highlights and stuff. Szoboszlai looks insane, brother. I told my dad when he came in, I'm like, if there's a free kick or a set piece anywhere on this half, I am terrified. And it wasn't a set piece, but when the ball landed to him at the top of the box and he volleyed it, we saw the perfect angle of it going wide and in. It's like, oh. Enzo Lefebvre, I thought, did phenomenal. And then Wilson Isidore made a bunch of good runs. Sucks that he slipped in the box. I thought for sure he was going to put one side netted on that cutback. You guys got some good youngsters. Also, too, how do people get access to the FIFA 17 that I've been seeing go around? Is that open to the public? Somewhere on PC? If it doesn't give me a virus, I would consider. There's a Discord and people ask the owner, it's not open to the public yet, but certain people showcase it. I'll wait till it's open to the... I'm assuming it's not going to really open to the public. I have a feeling EA is going to wipe it the second it goes live. Someone said it costs 1K. I'd believe it. I mean, if you're a content creator, that 1K, no joke, Run the Foot Market has probably made over 100K already. Just off the videos and streams he's done of it. So 1K is nothing. That's a business expense for bro. They're lying, it's going to be free. I'm assuming he's talking about the people playing now. That very special access. Alright, how many coins did we make on that? Quite a bit. Alright. Should we do a big old promo pack? Anything worth it right now? 600k. Footies includes Footies Hero. 3 Footies Icons Hero. 96 or higher. 8 rare golds. 87 or higher. Nah, we want a big pack. 86 or higher. Yeah, give us these. So we'll do all 4 of these. We'll do the Footies Cornucopia packs. Y'all ready for this? Smack that like button if you guys are enjoying. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to see if I can make more coins off of menu grinding than we spend. I have a crap ton of promo packs, so I'm going to get all these coins back. Don't you worry. It's FIFA. Here, let me open while we talk. FIFA 12, 13, and 17, they're even working on getting champs for 17. I mean, if they... 17 had offline tournaments, right? I would love that, personally, to play that. I wouldn't even need it online. Now going back to FIFA 17. By the way, come back for Footies. EA said, welcome with VVD and French Hero. Nice. Bro, there are no new ones. That's crazy. EA really said LOL. Alright, next one. Who we got? Surely we're going to get a 99 eventually. See it. Ooh. Gabrielle. So 2 new ones there. Let me open my phone real quick. So we got Jones. Does anyone know if this will update in real time if I link my account to FUTGG? Like, mine's linked already. That'd be sick if I didn't have to put this in by hand. Thank that Ampina from the 8410. I was shocked. Dude, I'd be shocked too. GG. Alright, so we need a Team of the Week, Team of the Season, or FOF. I wish Footies counted. That would be nice. What did it say, an 87 raid squad? There we go. Did 3, got nothing. This is gonna clear so many cards. All right. 89 still. Beautiful. Grounded Champs got 8 wins. R9 carried me. EA better start giving us unlimited grind this time. Last year we had everything. So I think two things can be true, or I think three things can be true, actually. I think the grind right now can be good enough to make tens of millions of coins in unlimited packs, but it involves League SBCs. And most people's problem with League SBCs isn't that it doesn't work. It's they don't want to be doing them to the extent of how often you need to do them at this point in the year. Everyone wants exchanges. The question becomes, though, what is the incentive for EA to give exchanges? They just saw how successful the pre-order was for FC27. It's probably going to do better than 26 did. Make them even more money. People are still eating this up, even though it's not as good as it should be. I don't know. What do you guys think? All I know is it's making me prepare for next year to kind of be on my own for creating content. Like, we kind of just have to take what EA gives us and build outside of it. Because if we just wait on them, might be waiting for nothing. Like, how many people do you think stop playing the game and then they're like, I'm going to come back for footies because we're going to have exchanges for footies. And then come back and we don't have exchanges for footies. At this point, be happy with the unlimited 8310. I mean, I just don't get why we don't have any of that right now. I mean, they're adding more stuff, but like, perfect example, the 87 plus times 7, it's worse requirements than it was when it originally released. Like, make that make sense. Got 1 month left, but we got a limit on tokens. Well, maybe tokens is what's going to be replacing exchanges. Maybe that's their goal all along. Is they want to force us into a token system. This is an SPC. I can give you a footy straight up, maybe by next week. That's infinitely repeatable. Go to pre-order end of August, top one for 125 pounds. Hope Evos are not broken next year. Well, it's like my thing for this batch. If I was playing all weekend and not gone traveling, we'd probably be at 110 to the 120 range would be my guess. Getting more of these is not going to be a problem. The problem always is the last few. Like, you'll get to 125 or like you'll get to the point where it's like in total over 95% completed, and those last few become really tough with just spamming exchanges and all that other things. Not having that and having to rely on making your own stuff, most people are probably just going to run out before they can finish the catalog. Without it being a 2-week thing, batch 1 is for Footies Team 1. I'm not sure what they're going to do for Team 2, but that's kind of stupid as well. So next year, just start the game, do my dailies every game. I mean, if we're being honest, you don't even have to get on the game. You have a companion app, a web app. You should be doing your dailies every day, regardless of if you're actually playing the game. Especially if you know you're going to come back. I think it's a no-brainer. And even if you don't know 100% if you're going to come back, if you have the thought like, oh yeah, I'll probably give it a try during footies, you should do like less than 1 minute of work to make this time even easier on yourself. Not as like you should feel bad, but like you should assume EA's not going to give you anything. Or they're not going to give you what you want would be a better way of putting it. Was watching Raw last night. Hey, yo! I had Ryan Garcia on there. Things went downhill for my beloved sport. So sub from the PlayStation server shutdown? What's up, brother? How long ago was that? Dude, didn't PlayStation shut down this weekend? I was gone for it. I guess a lot of people lost connection and had no access to their games. I wish I was here. I could have done another one. But how you been, brother? What you been up to, man? Alright, we got 3 more of these. Still remember when you called PlayStation support? Bro. Yes. Having to Xbox 2 days ago as well. You can't even play your disc games. Dang. Yeah, that's the part of digital, everything digital, that absolutely sucks. There's not really much to do? Question mark? Fodder, etc. What are we referring to? For dailies? Like the daily login stuff? Not a crap ton. But for the menu run, there's a crap ton. That Matuidi's sick, man. I look, you kind of want to give that card a try. Alright, should we spam? Small rares, 80 plus. We'll still have thousands of tradable packs we have to get through at some point. Let's do... I don't think we finished these. Got 2 more. Let's get back under 20 mil. So Plane didn't get locked out. I seen a funny PSN skin. They were like, that's fine. People are doing PSN blackouts, so they're refusing to play. So no one will notice we're down. Well, the funny thing is, like, we got Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 back. I remember when I used to play Black Ops 1 when Lizard Squad officially shut down PlayStation servers back then. So it feels like it's 2010-ish again. I remember I went a full month without being able to have any sort of video games on my console. I was so sad, bro. Or I should say online video games. I believe you could still do offline. I mean, during this Footies event, not really much. Mini grind. They exchanged the premium mixed leagues to untradeable. They exchanged the premium mixed leagues to untradeable. What do you mean, the premium mixed league to untradeable? It's the exact same. Can you explain that? It's making more coins now than it's ever had. Because now you have all the re-release cards and packs that you can get tradable. Alright, Kuvicha. Alright, take 2. So my question is, what should I do now after doing dailies and doing SBCs? You should do League SBCs 25 to 50 times a day. If you're using Pale Tools or Foot Genie. I'm staying more towards the 25 range now. I'm not really trying to push much more than that, but it just prints you coins. Like the pack rewards you get from it is untradeable now, or has it always been? Half the packs are tradable, brother. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you never done a League SBC before? They're the 2 most profitable packs in the game. Grimaldo. Okay, we can add him. No, I have. It's probably just me that's confused. So if you've done the premium mix, how did you not know the Jumbo Gold Pack and the Prime Electrum were tradable? You would have opened those packs, surely. Yeah, we got a couple of them. Wait, did they just re-up the cornucopia in real time? Wait, I could have sworn that just said 4, and then we did 4. Brother, what? How do you start every FIFA then? From September to December? We make millions of coins on silvers at the start of the game usually. I'm sorry, but is just no unlimited grind. We need provisions, unlimited at least. I agree and disagree. We need more of an unlimited grind. We need a better unlimited grind. But to say that the grind isn't unlimited is incorrect. It's just not the unlimited people want to be doing. It refreshes sometimes after they take the people who they think are gonna buy more and they keep giving them more. They're like, hey, this guy seems addicted. He keeps opening. Should we do it? Yes. That's crazy. Yeah, you guys need to make sure you separate those 2 things. We absolutely have an unlimited grind. It's the League SBCs. It's just not the unlimited grind most people want to be doing. That doesn't change the fact for how good it is. What was your best pull till now? Besides your mother, probably... I don't know. Everything's like discard. I don't know what my best pull this promo's been. At least give us no SBC bans, at least. I genuinely am curious to see how long they take to bring something out. Like an 83-ton unlimited or something. Or are they literally going to take it all the way to the start of the new game? Alright, so we're officially out of dupe storage. Team of the seasons. RIP. My mother? Are you serious? Dude, yeah, it was a massive pull. I couldn't believe I did it. My pack luck was crazy that day. Cost me quite a bit, though. Don't know if I'd do it again. Wonder if they're not gonna give us it because Foot Genie, because with on top we can make so much SBCs an hour. I wonder if there's gonna. I'm having a stroke. I wonder if they're gonna not give us it because Foot Genie, because with that on top we can make so much SBCs an hour. You're assuming because with Foot Genie we can make so many SBCs an hour we won't need it? We could do that last year, and we had it last year, though. So I don't think that's the reason. Did she walk out, though? Yes. Oh, shoot. Yeah, which ones count as FOFs? I need to pay attention to that. I've probably accidentally submitted so many of those. I remember that counts. Okay. Next week will be 85 times 10. 5 following week will be unlimited, I reckon. Let's see. So we're going to be at the start of August. Can I give a hot take? I was a fan, but now your true colors showed. Such sick mentality and just alone and will live alone and stay alone. Brother, I can't tell if you're serious or not. On the chance that you're serious, I sincerely apologize. But it's physically impossible for me to be alone because your mother's here with me. So I don't know what to tell you. Rips over a mom joke in 2026. Think you're the soft one or survive an MW2 lobby. Hop in the Black Ops lobbies. Bro, dude, some of the stuff I've heard people say or like put is insanely creative. I saw a TikTok of a dude who put a phone number, whether it was his phone number or not, I don't know. But it was send me poop pics with his number. And people would take dumps and text that number. Crazy stuff. When you involved family, which I know you never had, but feel sorry for you, you never have a mother or your mother leave you any place? Huh? Brother, what? Alright, should we do... I kind of don't want to open my tradable packs yet. I kind of want to chill. I might just spam these right now. Only 25 premium mixed leagues, or should I do something else? I mean, you can do more than that. You could easily do 50 plus a day if you know what you're doing and you get good at the grind. The issue is the further you take it, the more diminishing returns there is in terms of like potential untradeable cards you get from daily stuff, the cost of stuff depending on the time of day, SBC bans, that sort of thing. But you'd be making hundreds of thousands of coins. So if you need coins, absolutely. If you need packs, absolutely. If you need fodder, absolutely. But on top of that, I would be doing crafting upgrade over 84 double or player pick. For those of you wanting an unlimited grind and you feel like you don't have one right now, ask yourself, are you doing the crafting upgrade or are you doing the player picks or the 84 doubles? If you're doing the 84 doubles or player picks and you're struggling to make packs and keep it going, I would switch to crafting. C-Barbs! What's up, brother? How we doing, buddy? Yo, did you see Sunderland set to sign the new left back sensation, soon to be French national team player? That's gonna be wild if we pull that off. Another Newcastle one that we take away from them. Let's go. I just can't seem to get Liga Portugal players from the mixed league. One, you shouldn't be doing the mixed league anyways. You should be just doing the premium mixed league. If that's what you meant, then okay. But two, you're doing it incorrectly if you're just trying to get them from packing them. You should be buying them out not only every single time. You should have enough to do 25 to 50 runs of just what you buy out. You should never have to worry about getting them. You'll get them untradeable and tradable in the grind anyways, but they're not needed. But I'm not wasting my coins though. What you don't understand is you're not only not wasting your coins. Comparative, you would be wasting your coins not doing it, because buying it out, you're doing it for such pure profit that you're making hundreds of thousands of coins a day. If you look in the grind playlist, we have videos in mathematics breaking everything down. If you ever need help with the mathematics behind it, but if you understand what you're spending and what you're making, it's insane profit. It's the end of the game, not gonna lie. You could just do provision packs. You're making more than you lose. We've made so many coins this year from League SBCs without any crazy pack pulls from them. At this point, each week we do the gold rare and gold common provisions that come in here. If you never knew these were a thing, you get hundreds more cards in here. We buy promo packs with coins. All the packs for you that make sense with a lot of fodder we do. And we're still making pure profit and having more coins than what we started with. How many times do you recommend doing the premium mix upgrade a day? I would recommend for each person to do more than you did the day before. So if you've never done 5 in a day, figure out how to do 5 in a day and then push it to 6 and then push it to 7 and then 8. Because my recommendation for myself is going to be different from you. If I'm trying to push it for myself, my goal would be to try to get to 100 a day, which I feel like I could do, but I'd have to use console and that would suck. How is Chelsea buying Welbeck and Henderson? So Hendo is on a free, right? But Welbeck has another year on his contract. So they're going to have to spend on him. I'm curious how much they spend on Danny. Dude, they're just trying to rebuild the 2010 Sunderland team. They couldn't get a current Sunderland player, so they have to go past and present. Provisions upgrade SBC gives you 40 commons and 25. Oh, yeah, no, Sora. It's a given that you guys should be doing those every single day. All 7 of them, and you should be putting the League SBC cards into League SBCs. That alone will make you so many coins as well. Do you recommend opening the packs on that day or keep stacking up the packs? There's many different ways you can do it with different variations and reasons for the variations. I would recommend, if you're unfamiliar with any of them, I would take a look at our grind playlist in the description where we do step-by-step tutorial videos. In general, though, the more League SBCs you do, the more coins you're going to make and the more packs you're going to get, the more fodder you're going to get, the more you could build up anything. If you want to save packs, you can. If you want to open everything, you can. There's methods to the madness, though. If you're opening up a single pack after you make a single squad, that's going to slow you down versus doing all 4 and then opening. That's going to slow you down compared to doing 3 runs of doing them all and then opening. Or doing 5. But depending on your situation, it's going to be different. I have 770 Primal Electrums, and I could probably get this number to 2,500 or to 5,000 without ever even touching these in the next few weeks. But we want to spam those open because at this point of the year, we kind of just need to open stuff. Guess that answered the question of did his mother walk out? Because it seems like she's a pretty common card. Everyone gets her. No. He's going to hate you now. Who'd you sign besides Berhalter? I love Berhalter. I think you guys got a great player for 1.5 mil. I think you spent 1.5 mil on a 5 years. Crazy bargain. Workhorse. He's going to fit really well in the championship. Didn't have a Mumbo mom joke offending someone before GTA 6. I don't think he was actually offended. I think he was trying to troll, but the troll didn't work. Because I refuse to believe me saying your mom as my best pull would genuinely make someone of many years in this community watch most days of the week be like, you know what? I've seen this man do a lot over the years. But a your mom joke in a pack, that's where I draw the line. If I said to C-Barbs, he would have been laughing his butt off. Do you still use Foot Genie? Yes. If you're not using Foot Genie or Pale Tools for League SBCs, you're wasting your own time. You guys need to be using them. It is a must. I want to know which part of it he got offended by. I meant it as a compliment. He has a beautiful mother. Read IKEA instructions that were more coherent than that troll. Imagine reading instructions a real man would do it without. Yeah, who needs instructions, man? Let's go for it. Another thing too, with the tradable packs, we've mentioned this before, but feel free to treat those as provisions, guys, especially the Jumbo Gold pack. Feel free to put those back in your club. His mother could help build the IKEA desk. She's good with pulls getting slotted in the right place. Brother, come on. Really? Unbelievable. Why would you make a your mom joke like that? Insane. Don't get offended, Mumbo. I know you used to be a fan of me. Dude, brother, I don't even know who you are anymore. I would watch every single one of the Footies live streams on TikTok when I'm sitting on the toilet watching you pull 99s. I can't do it anymore. I gotta unfollow. Send me back my 15 galaxies I sent you. And that TikTok live shop stream you did where I bought like 15 of your I don't want to say what the product is on here because I want to keep that hidden. But I'd like a refund on those too. $84 times 2s or 80 plus times 5s? If you're already unlimited with the grind, whichever one you feel like, probably 84 doubles. If you're struggling to make packs, coins, or fodder, and you need it to be more unlimited, 80 plus times 5s, without a doubt. If you guys don't understand why with that, a little more context. The amount of League SBC cards you get back from the 80 plus times 5, even if it's not a walkout, you can put right back into League SBCs. And if you're doing it with cards that aren't League SBCs, meaning things that aren't Prem La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, League One Eredivisie, Pro League, Portuguese League, you're constantly getting rid of cards that are somewhat meaningless to you, and then building you more packs that give you more fodder and give you more coins over and over and over. Has anyone been spamming the Prime Electrums? How have those been pack weight wise? I'm very curious to see how often we hit a promo card in there. How about the 83 1 of 5? 83 1 of 5 or the 84 times 2 if you guys want to include them in the grind. The way I would do it is like if you're clearing your dupe storage, you want to make some space, do them in batches like that. But I wouldn't do them in place of the 80 plus times 5. Like right now we're doing the on-off method with League SBCs, so when we're on stream you're not seeing me do them. So right now I could make player picks with that if I wanted, or 84 doubles, but then before I get out of these I'm going to want to recycle back into more and then get back into League SBCs, but we got plenty of stuff so we don't have to worry about that too much right now. See how the jumbo golds are doing. W. Has anyone been selling the injury cards? If so, how have those been? Because we might list a bunch of those in bulk. Also, too, I gotta sell my chem cells at some point. I feel like we never have time to list those, though. We got a ton in our club. 3. What are the odds of 3 gold rares there? It's kind of crazy. Wanted to try to make at least 3 mil before Friday. I'm at 1.2 mil, so should I keep buying premium mixed league upgrade cards until I can keep doing? If you're doing daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold provisions, buying Pro League Portuguese League cards, and following our League SBC guide, there should really never be a time where you ever run out of cards. Ever. If there's a very specific thing you're running out of, there might be some little tweaks you gotta make. What most people do wrong at some point is you're making way too many coins and you're not reinvesting those coins back in. That's the biggest issue. Mathematically wise, if you're just opening up the League SBC packs that you just made and putting them back in, you're not going to get enough cards. But the coin difference infinitely makes up the gap for the amount of cards you need. Doing that in bulk, mixing in things like silver and bronze 150 bids on some League 1 and Eredivisie cards or 200 buy nows makes you so much additional coins too. It's little things like that that you'll get better at the more you do it. You know, it all adds up. Alright, let me check chem styles real quick. See if we can list anything. I'm curious to see what hunters and... Was it hunters and shadows we've been getting daily? Well, that's done to prices. Hundo, 650. Alright, player healing. Okay. 200th in a minute. Don't see too many 250s listed. 300s within 5 minutes. 350 within the hour. So I could probably do 400 by the end of the hour. We have 684, 625, 400 times 0.95, 380 times 625. So we have over 237,000 coins just in these. And that's just from like the past week and a half of the League SBCs. Those are things we usually aren't selling and getting our coins back, so that's just additional profit. Let's see what else. We got some Hawks, got over 50 Hawks. Yeah, let's do this instead. We'll just list like one of each. I don't even care what the price is. We'll just do a 900. Listing engine. $1,200 or $1,100. Anchor. 700. Your videos in the grind playlist are from like 7 months ago. Which ones do you recommend watching? If you go newest to oldest, you'll see our newest grind videos. So our newest grinds on the channel. If you go most viewed in there, you'll see the most popular ones, which are the ones that people watch the most. Mainly the League SBC ones. If you're interested in how we do Foot Genie for League SBCs, that one's useful. Pale Tools for Foot Genie, that one's useful. The mathematics behind it, that one's useful. Just kind of go off the title and whatever you feel like getting information on. If there's something in particular you feel like you're struggling with. Bottlenecks, so like if there's things that you feel like are stopping you from doing more League SBCs a day, we have videos on those exact topics. Even if those are from months ago, same logic applies. Alright, I want to try something real quick. We're going to open some Prime Electrums. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to open Prime Electrums until I pack a promo card. Either a re-release or FUTTIES. How many do you think it's going to take for us to have to open until we pack one? Alright, so Hawk 900. Let me just list those. These are all just additional coins. This was stuff I wasn't even counting in the League SBC profit yet. It's just bonuses. Is it true you robbed an old lady on the way back from the Sunderland game? Said you pushed her off the mobility scooter? That is fake news. I did not rob that lady. She was in the way. I helped her up after. Alright. We'll list more of those later. Alright, can we put the Prime Electrums in front? Let's do that. Hey, Mumbo, shame about the result the other day, but did you enjoy the match? Brother, it was the best day of my life. Low-key, one of the best days of my life. It was so much fun. That Enzo goal is something? Dude, I saw that Enzo goal from the perfect angle. And then he did the Spider-Man celebration right in front of our section. It was beautiful. I've never really watched the Spider-Man movies. Any of the superhero movies I've never really... It's not that I didn't get into them. I just never originally watched them. And then they kept coming out. And I fell more and more behind. Hopefully see more like that in the PL. I think he's going to get so many more goals and assists this season. I think the amount of goals he's going to feed Brabi if he's central. I think if we continue building around the team we have and this left back that it looks like we're close to getting, he's going to give some assists. Oof. If we can get a right winger, we're going to be absolutely cooking, man. Xhaka is in Avengers Doomsday. Aren't like some Wrexham players on one of the movies or something? Why don't you just use Foot Genie? I do 99% of the time. The only time I usually don't is when I'm opening packs on stream. But to make League SBCs, to open League SBC packs, to spam craftings, to spam everything, 99% of the time I'm on Foot Genie. And have all SBC bans by the time I go live. How do you get that many of those packs and keep the grind going? Premium Mixed League upgrade. It's that overpowered. If you guys have never seen our League SBC videos before, the grind playlist is in the description. It's 90 an hour and 300 a day. About. There's a method where you can get PS4 and PS5 version to technically get up to 600 a day, but even then we still get SBC banned. But once you finish your daily login and provisions, you run out of cards, don't you? Nope, I never run out of cards. And I will never run out of cards or coins. I could open every expensive promo pack, rinse back into League SBCs and other menu content, open all my packs, and keep spamming, and I'll never run out. It'd be physically impossible. Dude, you're able to just enjoy the game with that much coins. You can open every pack. Yep. Everyone has the ability to do that. You have access to that grind right now. But since there's no exchanges out, people will just choose to not do it. I get maybe not wanting to do it anymore if you've done it before, but if you've never done it before, I think it's a no-brainer. You're going to try to play FIFA 17? If it becomes free for everyone and they don't take it down, I'll probably give it a try. Okay, can you please just break down the grind in simple words, because any videos from other content creators don't explain enough? So, Fern, I'm going to do one better, brother. I'm going to do this for you and every single person who's never seen them before in chat. I'm going to give you a breakdown real quick off the playlist. So if you guys go in the description of this live stream, you're going to see a playlist called EAFC26 Menu Grind Playlist. What's the saying? It's not easy, but it's simple, or it's simple, not easy. Whatever that saying is exactly what this is. So if you click that playlist, you're going to see an in-depth step-by-step tutorial. This is going to be, what is that, most popular? So if you watch it from most popular, you'll see the most popular ones in the playlist, which is the Pale Tools one by far. You have Filters one on there. You have the Foot Genie guide if you're trying to do League SBCs on Foot Genie, what that looks like. With provisions, what that looks like. How to make unlimited packs through League SBCs. That's from 9 months ago and still applies to this day. But if you go to the most recent ones in particular, you'll see those methods mixed in with the newest stuff that comes out. So for example, how to grind the promo during footies. A lot of you guys saw that we didn't get exchanges and you're not grinding. This video is basically, if we don't get exchanges, how you're going to be able to keep this grind going continuously, make you coins, make you packs, and get you all the fodder you need. When swap tokens came out, videos on how to include those in the grind, how to make unlimited coins, easy ways to do that. How to grind during the past promos, our exchanges coming. So you just kind of look at the title of the videos and look for what you're looking for. Will it help me easily? Depends on, I guess, how good you are at retaining information. Some people, they learn it really quickly after that, and they have no problem making millions of coins and thousands of packs. Other people, they might be confused. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy. I guess the question to you guys, how many of you guys in here have learned League SBCs from us and maybe were confused at one point, but now it's very easy for you? But maybe you're just kind of bored. Like, I feel like most people in our community, if you're around long enough, the issue is not that it doesn't work. The issue is it works so good that you get sick of doing it and you want exchanges because you don't want to have to grind this way. I mean, I got 780k in one day, so it's pretty easy. Have you packed any good cards? Yes. A ton of mediocre crap for the most part. I don't know what's considered good at this point, but I feel like we've gotten some good ones. Meaning made the menus a lot more easier for me throughout the years. Hey. Drip feeding tokens is stupid. I mean, they drip feed most things in this game. Think of it from this perspective, guys. If you just consume what EA gives you, the exact same format you want to do it, or the way they recommend you do it, most things, it's going to be like gambling. You put the money in, and you keep gambling, and then you eventually run out. You might be able to gamble for a little bit longer, but you run out. You got to figure out how to have it work in your favor. What are the games that are going to win you the most money? What gives you the best chance? What gives you the best odds? If you view it from that perspective, there's stuff on the menus right now and have been out for ages that keep getting refreshed that not only is extremely good odds, it's literally just guaranteed coins. That's what League SBCs are. Is the autocomplete feature on Foot Genie safe? Do I autocomplete to 90? Like, just make SBCs? We autocomplete every League SBC run we do. It shows you what cards you want to put in. You hit yes. Works just fine. How long would it take to grind to 1 million coins? Most people can do it within less than a week. If I started from scratch and just did League SBCs, I'd probably make it in 3 days. Would be my guess. With no crazy pack pulls. But it's all comparative, right? I've opened 1,200 player picks and still have not packed anything. At least I got a lot of fodder and coins. Yeah, I just want to hit all 130 of the re-release. I'm probably not gonna this one because we've been gone for half of it, but batch 2 for sure. What's your craziest pack pull? We've packed a lot of Team of the Years and like crazy expensive cards throughout the year, untradeable, but like I haven't packed anything insane like millions during this promo. I'm back. Don't know if you answered my question, but are we still grinding League SBCs? Yes. If you want to make coins and unlimited packs, you still need League SBCs at this point because we don't have exchanges. Made 2.2 mil in 2 weeks, but got lucky as well. But explain what you got lucky on so people aren't confused. How many of that is luck versus how much of that is non-luck? Because that has to be broken up. Did you pack a 1 mil player? Right? So you could have made 1.2 mil within those 2 weeks. On top of that, you got a bonus pull. In FC27, you're going to be grinding packs or coins? Yes to both of them. We're going to add other elements to it too. So we're going to focus on making coins, making packs, different menu grinds. We're essentially going to try to run a more complete club in general. So this year we went heavy on like the grind perspective of just like how to grind the menus. We're still going to do that next year for 27. But we're going to assume we're not going to get exchanges. We're going to assume the repeatable SBCs aren't going to be as good. So if we assume that, how are we going to counteract that? How are we going to still be able to grind in the smartest way possible? For example, right? If I did... What's a good way to think of this? If we took League SBCs and said what we just said, right? And our goal was to make you guys packs during footies with having more coins than what you started and never running out of packs. You, in theory, could make over 1 mil in a week of just doing League SBCs, and you could take every single additional coin that you made. You could save like 100k of that and put 900k in just to literally buy the most expensive promo pack. You could buy golds or gold commons and do a bunch of player picks, crafting upgrades, 84 doubles for additional fodder on top of all the League SBC stuff you have. And you'd be set for the rest of the game. You'd still never run out. There we go. We finally got a tradable one. What was that, like 15 packs in? Who's that, Vinny? Is that one of the price range cards? But essentially, to answer your question, what I want to do next year is have that cost to benefit analysis go more in depth on, like, hey, we have 5 million coins, we have this amount of packs saved, this repeatable SBC ends tomorrow. Like, let's say the crafting SBC ends tomorrow. The way we do the menus would be a lot worse and less efficient than if we had the crafting upgrade. So if we know that's going to go away, maybe we save more of those to get us further throughout the week. If we have a really good SBC that's out, we don't know if it's going to come back. Maybe it's worth putting coins into it too, to make up the difference for when it's gone. Is this one of those? Oh no, it doesn't have the crazy price range. Maybe 12? Nah, we'll just quick sell. Which video of yours to watch the league one, right? We have a Pale Tools one. We have a Foot Genie one. We have just one in general. We have ones on how to maximize the amount you do a day. We have ones of the coin breakdown in it. There's a million different variations of it. So I guess, what are you looking for in particular? If you're trying to do it on Foot Genie, I'd watch the Foot Genie one. If you're trying to do it on Pale Tools, I'd watch the Pale Tools one. If you're trying to grasp just the mathematics behind it, I'd watch the mathematics one. If you're trying to figure out, like, doing it with what content's out at the time, like doing it now with the crafting upgrade, why is the crafting upgrade good? I'd watch the how to do it during footies. Got another question I've been thinking about. What's up, brother? If it saves people time doing SBCs, wouldn't that mean they'd spend more time actually playing matches? If it saves people time doing SBCs, wouldn't that mean they'd spend more time actually playing matches? I'm brain dead right now. Can you reword that? Or if it saves people time doing SBCs, wouldn't that mean they'd spend more time actually? You're saying if they made it easier for people to do SBCs, theoretically they have more time to do matches? Yes and no. If they make it too efficient and too good of a grind, you'll never touch matches, right? So, like, part of the issue with exchanges for most people is if most people went from not having any sort of menu grind that they were doing previous to now getting exchanges, they might be stuck in the exchange loop forever and not want to touch gameplay anymore. Expect Ox Chamberlain didn't even know he still played, let alone for Celtic. Really? I know he played for Celtic. So you know how you have a max 90 SBC in 1 hour and 300 in a day? If you do that, say Pale Tools, will it be resetting using, say, Foot Genie? No. So Foot Genie and Pale Tools both are using the web app version. So whether you just logged into the web app without any of those, whether you did the web app with Pale Tools on top of it, whether you got on the Foot Genie app on your phone, or whether you put the Foot Genie extension on your Chrome or whatever browser, all that is going through the web app. So it wouldn't be resetting. What it would be doing, though, is Foot Genie will give you soft bans that aren't actually bans. It's just going to soft ban you before you're close to being banned. So what you'll notice is if you get that soft ban on Foot Genie, sometimes if you refresh, it lets you still make SBCs right away. But what you could do is go from Foot Genie to Pale Tools right after you get that soft ban, and chances are you're probably not soft banned. But there's still workarounds with that. So for example, if you have the premium version of Foot Genie, or I think it's free for the weekend. It was free for the weekend. If you guys did the free for the weekend one, or you're watching the ads to get more ones a day, once your SBC banned, if you don't want to do payload tools, or even if you did payload tools and your SBC had banned on that too, and now you're forced to go to console or the mobile app, you could, and this is what we do to scale even more and why the videos and the grind videos are important. What we'll do is we'll go on Foot Genie still. I'll have it make a solution for all 4 of these league SBCs. I'll then have it make a solution for a crafting upgrade. I can have it make a solution for a player pick. I can have it make a solution for a team of the week upgrade. I can have it make a solution for 93 plus prime heroes. I could have it make a solution for all these things. Then I could go to console, have it all in here ready to go, and I just hit submit on each one without it affecting my SBC ban because I submitted on here. And then I just go back to Foot Genie and do the same thing over and over. But, and this is the big but, and the reason the grind is so good, you don't really want to be doing league SBCs one by one by that. Is it more efficient to do runs of 3 to 5 league SBCs in a row on Foot Genie at a time? Or is it more efficient to do one run on putting them into the squad on Foot Genie and then going to console and submitting? That's not really going to be as beneficial to your time. But when you get to the point when you're SBC banned like that daily, you know what's a good use of time? Getting to all the tradable packs you didn't open. Doing the jumbo gold pack method, treating as provisions, selling all the crazy consumables that you get in there that you think go for nothing. Doing the primal extra method. Now that we have all these re-release, think about all the re-release, even if they're quick sold for like 11k. Think of all the re-release cards that you're going to make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of coins on, just from this primal extra now that you didn't before. So even without exchanges, League SBCs became infinitely more valuable than it was even a week ago. But not only that, people aren't doing League SBCs as much, so it's probably even cheaper now or even easier to get the cards than it was before too. So it's all perspective of how you look at it. What do you do if you can't find the players on the transfer market to buy them if you don't have the players to finish the SBC? The only time you ever have issues finding the players to finish the SBC is if you're not doing proper club management. And for most people, the thing slowing you down is probably the Pro League Portuguese League. Most of you, your first mistake is you're trying to just pack all of them, and you're never going to pack enough to keep it going. Your next mistake is you're going to buy like enough for a single run. So if I went to the, let's say, Pro League, right? Say I went to 300 coins. Okay. I have like 10 videos on this topic, but I'm going to explain it again real quick. You can get these right now for 300 coins or less. Literally every single day, these go to 500 to 600 coins. So if you're picking these up right now for 300 and under, you're literally, outside of League SBCs, doubling and tripling your coins every single day. If you just wanted to make coins that way and buy promo packs, you could do that every single day, no problem. But the beauty of these being 300 and under is if you bought out 300 coins and under for every single one, right? For the Jumbo Gold Pack. The mathematics on that is guaranteed profit for the Jumbo Gold Pack. Not only guaranteed profit, if you do it in bulk, it's so much profit that it's disgusting. If you take into account, we were just showing you the price that you can get 400 plus within the hour for healing cards. How many of you have quick sold healing cards? Probably hundreds, if not thousands of those that sell for 400. How many of you guys have quick sold every single club item, right? How many cannons have you quick sold that went for 9,000? How many red stadium seat colors did you quick sell that were going for 2.8k? How many black pitch line colors did you quick sell that were going for 4.5k that you got 45 coins on? Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Pale Tools and Call of Duty. How many managers have you been quick selling that go for a lot? How many stadium goal sounds for different teams have you been quick selling that go for a lot? Again, how many stadiums have you been quick selling that go for more if you list it? How many consumables have you yet to sell that you pack from the jumbo golds that you haven't counted as profit yet? If you do the math behind it, you're making infinitely more coins than you're ever spending. And again, you don't want to do that one-to-one. There's a rhyme and reason for all that. And I'll take it even a step further. Having a full transfer list is going to be great for selling these. If I listed all these, I can get a ton of sales. I want to list 100 cards so I can have the most things selling at a time. But when it comes to building those League SBCs, I want this empty for when I start League SBCs. I want every single one of these cards gone. And the reason for that is I want to try to get as much of my transfer list as duplicates as possible. And I'll give you an example for that. If I did what I just said right now and used that logic of the Pro League and Portuguese League cards being 300 coins and under, a lot of you guys who are unfamiliar with League SBC prices are going to try to think this way. You're going to go, okay, he's saying it's profit for 300 coins. I bet I can make even more profit if I go cheaper. And you're going to 250 and you see they go for 250 within a half an hour and you're like, oh my gosh, I just saved 50 coins per card. I'm making even more. I bet I could get these for 200. And then you're going to make the mistake and you're going to sit here for 200 and maybe there's like 5 to 10 cards that pop up. But then maybe you're sitting there and not many more are popping up. And you're like, dang it. Let me just sit here and buy these one by one, save 100 coins per card. I'm going to get these all for 200. Maybe you get enough for like 2 to 3 runs in like a half an hour doing that. Versus what you should be doing is finding what price to go for within the hour and just buying these out in bulk. It doesn't matter if it's the same card, if it's a different card. If it's a card you don't have, you put it in your club. If it's a duplicate, you put it on your transfer list. And you know why? If it's a duplicate, what does that mean? You have one in your club already. What are you going to do when you make a League SBC? You're going to use what's in your club. So that means you can put more cards in your club. Past that, if you're using Foot Genie or Pale Tools, there's a literal setting where you can pull from your transfer list as well. So if you're using Foot Genie, in particular, it's the best with Foot Genie in my opinion. It's not only not counterintuitive to fill up your dupe storage or your dupe cards on your transfer list. You should be doing that because you're going to be able to buy them so much more quicker. You don't care if they're duplicate because those are going to be the first cards you use anyways. And then the beauty of that too is the next thing you're probably going to ask is, well, Mumbo, you need 2 rares. You're showing the price of these right now. If I went to silver rares on the market, silver rares are maybe 450 to 500 coins. That's more. So your math's wrong. You're spending way more than what you just said, the 250 to 300 per it. That's true for maybe a few runs, you're spending a few hundred more. But again, you're not even taking into account the amount of true coins you're making from Jumbo Golds. You're making way more than you're estimating, so that pays for it right there. Think about all the untradeable gold rares you're getting from the Pro League and Portuguese League, from your daily provisions, the League SBC packs. On top of that, think about all the ones you're picking up for gold commons, silver rares. Think about all the jumbo gold packs you're going to pack Pro League and Portuguese League cards that you're not having to pay for. Think about all the prime electrums you're opening up that are going to fill the club with silvers again. There's so many more places outside of just that. Can't filter by the most popular videos on your playlist? Is that something only you can do? Nope. You have the ability to do that too. Is it showing most recent for you? If you're on computer, it's easy to do. If you're on mobile, you can just click on the playlist. And it gives all the options. Newest to oldest, oldest to newest, most popular, date added, date published. Just kind of go through each one. You've been playing a lot of Pale Tools? I think you mean Pal World? Dude, I've been so addicted. Like, you guys think I grind the menus a lot? Dude, I've been playing Pal World out of my mind. So, Mumbo, what packs are we holding on to? And which are we opening as we grind? I'm still doing what I've been doing for the past few weeks. Opening all the packs, basically, except Prime Electrum. So I'll build out like 50 to 100 Jumbo Golds and start opening these in as a form of provisions and way of making the coins back. And it pays basically for the full thing. And then I just have the Prime Electrum that I haven't even opened yet. That's just pure profit at that point. And then I just keep saving it until I'm SBC banned, and then I can rip them open in bulk. Remember when McDonald's did a beef version of the McRib and it failed horribly? Hope they learned from their mistake. Dude, you are hilarious, man. Oh my goodness. That might be the funniest thing not even the funniest thing I've ever heard. That might be the funniest joke ever told. Genuinely. So what are the save Prime Electrums for now that we're in footies? They're for nothing. The save is just basically showing that not only is the grind work, it works so good that you can do it without even having to open the pack. That's all it ever really means, and it still applies. For example, I'll give you a reason why I'm holding them. If I'm constantly opening crafting upgrades in the League SBC untradeable packs, I have an endless amount of gold rares in my club whenever I want to make more crafting upgrades or League SBCs. So if I open Prime Electrums when I have all those in my club, I'm going to instantly have a dupe storage, or I'm going to have a duplicate tradable gold rare most likely. And I don't just want to quick sell that right off the rip. Or if it's a League SBC card that maybe you want to put back in, you don't want to have to fill it on your transfer list to wait to use it. But also too, if you don't need the cards and you want to quick sell it to make the coins, in my view, it's going to be better to treat it as, okay, the average I'm making per one of these packs right now recently has been, let's say, 5K per pack. If I wait till I have 100 of these, I have a rough estimate of how many coins I'm going to be able to make on that, and use it as like a reference point of like, okay, I want to build towards this, I want to build towards that, and then you just spam it. I'm using my mom's account. I just want to say thank you. With your vids and tutorials, I've been making a lot of coins and packs. Let's go, brother. That's awesome, man. Right? For us casuals, probably best to open them all. Yes and no. You'd think the answer would be yes, but same logic to what I just said applies. If you are using tradable cards when you don't need the tradable cards yet, you're just wasting cards, in my opinion. I still can't believe how many coins you can make selling cannons, color lines, kits, and stuff. It's crazy, right? And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking like, I would never buy that, therefore no one else would ever buy it. But that's kind of the mindset that's stopping you from doing the grind in the first place. Is like, you think to yourself, it's like, wait, surely no one would ever spend this much on that. Like, if you guys played during like FIFA 20 to FIFA 23-ish, I would say. I think it was mainly 20 and 21 and 22. Remember when the Libertadores and Sudamericana cards for League SBC were colored? The libs were black and the Sudamericana were blue or purple. I'm colorblind, I can't remember. But the Libertadores in particular were black. They all counted as rares. So a Libertadores gold card, meaning a Libertadores that was a 75 rated or above, would automatically count as a gold rare. So anytime we had those league-specific premiums during Team of the Year or Team of the Season, and all gold rares would basically go to 1,000 coins plus, you could mass bid on those because no one was looking at them for 550, 600, and 650, and flip them for like 900 to 1,500 easily. When silver rares would go up in value, or silvers would go up in value, Heck, even when people would do SBC solutions for League SBCs or daily SBCs, we'd pick up silver libs, which would be the same price in theory as silver rares. We'd pick those up for 250, 300, 350, stock our club full of them, and daily flip those for 500, 600, 700, 800. If it was a daily SBC solution, some of them would go to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And that was a daily occurrence. And like, my thought during that whole time is like, bro, people are stupid. Why are they spending this much on a card? But if you look at their things they're spending on, they're not really stupid. They're maybe spending to finish an SBC that they have most of the cards for and they need 1 or 2. They're spending 1,000 or 2,000 coins on a pack that gives them 3 to 5K. So they're still making profit. So for them, they're willing to buy those cards. Same logic applies to the Pro League Portuguese League here, right? If you take into account how many coins you're making on League SBCs, your question's no longer, can I make coins on League SBCs? Your question becomes, how many more League SBCs can I do? So then when you're buying them, it's no longer, I need to buy them just at a certain price or I can't buy them. It's, okay, realistically, what price should I pick these up in bulk for? So if you're someone who is on the market at points when the Pro League Portuguese League cards are 200, 250 to 300, like right now, do me a favor. Even if you don't plan on doing League SBCs, do me a favor right now. Everybody get on the game if you're on. If you have at least 100K, I mean, you can have less than it if you want. Do me a favor right now. Every single one of these cards that's 250, buy one of each, store it in your club. I almost guarantee you, like I'm 99.99999% sure, because it's happened basically every single day. Within like an hour or two before new content, these will all be 500 plus. So you're essentially doubling your coins. Put 10 to 20K worth in your club. And then double it. It's that easy. So you have like the buyer and seller's market of it. You have the League SBC side of the market of it. If you combine those two things together, you win no matter what. So for example, let's say you took every single one of those Pro League and Portuguese League cards in your club and you put them in your club for 250, 300 as an investment for them to go up in price. You heard me just say that and you're like, Mumbo told me to put these in the club for 250, 300. I have one of each. I can't wait for these to be 500 plus. Let's say tomorrow comes and they drop down to 200 and they're not even selling for 200 within the hour. Your first thought's going to be, screw you, MumboElite. You just told me to do something. It doesn't work. I'm never listening again. But if you're thinking about it from the standpoint of investing, trading, and League SBCs / menu grind, the next thing you'd say is, wait a second. I was just complaining about how much I had to spend to do the jumbo gold. If they're not even selling for 200, that means I can bid 150. If I did 150 for 11 cards, obviously you had some rares. Obviously you'd have different cards untradeable that you'd be putting in. But follow the logic. It's going to be even cheaper for you to do. If you're just spending 300 and you just half the price again, think about how much more coins you're then making on the jumbo gold. To the point that you're making so many more coins that the market's going to react and be like, wait a second, this is way too profitable. Price will automatically go back up. And then all the ones you just reinvested back in your club for 150, 200, because you saw they physically couldn't get lower, you just made coins on those if you wanted to invest or sell those back to the market. But either way, it doesn't matter because you could do League SBCs for profit, pure profit on any of those. You honestly could do pure profit for probably 500 to 600 coins per card. I'm not even trolling at this point. And you might be saying to yourself, well, Mumbo, that's great and all. But what do you do if you have to buy other sections? That's where it gets even crazier. Because not only are you making so many coins from this, and you're getting used to doing that, you can make the League 1 and Eredivisie and Bundesliga Serie A stretch even further. Think about the League 1 and Eredivisie. How many times daily do you do provisions when they come out? The daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, provisions, 8410s, 8510s, all that stuff. And you probably do the League 1 and Eredivisie with mainly just golds. you're overkilling the crap out of it. If you're already making so many coins and having that take you so much further, mix in some silvers and bronzes from here. Do some 150 bids, some 200 buy nows, and even though you're spending some coins on it, it's going to make it stretch even further out. Another way to look at that, if you're already pure profit, let's say you don't buy any of these and you just buy the Pro League Portuguese League cards. Let's say you're making 5K per run, right? Let's say you can do that for a while. Do it for 5K per run. But then you have to start buying some of these. So you stop because you're like, I don't want to buy any of these. Would you rather do a set amount a day for 5K and stop after like 5 to 10? Or if you could make 3,000 coins per run and make 50 a day, would you want to do that? And then if you're past 50, maybe it goes down to 2K per run because you have to buy some more cards. But you're still making coins per run. So really it just comes down to, at that point, do you want to continue for the day? It's not a question of can you still make coins on it. It's how many coins are you making per run and how many runs you want to do. You can kind of average that out. You can say to yourself, okay, on average, if I do the first 5 to 10 runs, I'm going to make 8 to 10K per run. Maybe once I get to 15 to 25, it's now down to like 5K per run. 25 to 50, it's going to be closer to like 3, 4K. If I push past 50 a day, I'm a degenerate. I should probably get a life at this point and touch grass, but it's working so well that I could still do it for profit, but it's down to like 2K per day. At that point, you're going to be like, okay, what else can I do? You have all the off-league cards that you probably put into crafting upgrades. You probably have all your walkouts and all the other stuff you're getting. Guess what? That's not the only tradable packs on the menus. What else is tradable on the menus? What can you do daily? Let's look at it. I already did them today, so they're going to be completed. But guess what gives you 2 tradable packs that you can do daily? 5 of 10, 82 plus. Boom. 2 tradable silver packs. Each one of these makes you probably 1,000 to 2,000 coins. So let's say you're making 2 to 4K per one of these, per run. You can do that, what, 3 times a day? Easy coins there. You do that daily, you're making, what? How many coins a week? Same thing with the 2 or 3 85 plus. Wait, no, it's not the one I'm referring to. That's just one section. My bad for the misinformation there. But no, then we go to the other ones, right? All those dupe storage cards that are filling up with the promo cards you already have. You start doing these, right? You saw us doing a ton of these today of just our dupe storage. Small gold players pack, small gold players pack. You're making a few thousand coins per one of these. Do that as many times as you want. Think about how many of those you're making throughout the week. You could even put those League SBC cards back in your club if you wanted to. And you just kept expanding that logic. You keep making coins. You look for other areas you can get more stuff. So let's say you're sick of not having exchanges yet, and you're sick that provisions aren't more than 7 a day. Go to provisions here and do all your weekly gold rare ones and your gold common ones. Mix those in, stretch the amount of League SBCs you can do a day. You're still making pure profit. Alright, we'll do engines for 1K. Does that kind of make sense, guys? Does that help you kind of look at it maybe differently? A lot of the times, the things you're getting stuck on are the question you got to think about because it unlocks everything else. Any sort of bottleneck for you is probably a trading tip, an investing tip, or a way to make even more coins. If something's slowing you down, it's probably going to make you ask a question that's going to make you speed things up way more than you would before. How do you mass buy cards? You just buy one of each card? When I mass buy cards, I mass buy cards. I just mass buy cards. Set the price, you just buy them all. If you do it on Pale Tools or Foot Genie, you can see which ones you have and which ones you don't have if you refresh it. So you could do that to make sure you're getting one of each if you want one of each. Mumbo, new joke. What type of music does wind turbines like? They're huge metal fans. Brother, I don't think there's anyone in the world funnier than you, man. Genuinely, how do you do it? What type of currency do astronauts use? Starbucks. You can't hear it, but I'm laughing so hard right now. Do you buy specific ratings for them? Nope. $5K for a red gold net. Let's go. 800 for pink gold net. Let's go. Manchester United club anthem. 800 probably. Let's go. Final one. You know what else gets on my nerves? Broken bridges. They really annoy me. I just can't get over them. Oh, dude. Stop. I'm gonna piss myself. And when you get really consistent with League SBCs, you're gonna notice what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is essentially how I did bronze pack method back in the day. I do it so I get one of each of my club. So like I open the jumbo gold packs. I'll store everything. I won't even look at the stuff that we don't have yet. I'll just put it in the club. So like I could look at each one of these items, right? I could look at an all injury card, could look at a sentinel price, I could look at a cat price, could look at these leagues, I could look at the purple and red. But remember, the more things we don't have, and especially the consumables that you can stack on each other, the more you put these in the club, the more you forget about them and the more coins you have just chilling. But on top of that, if I have a purple and red that becomes a duplicate and I see it goes for 5K, I then know I have a purple and red in my club that's another 5K. So it kind of becomes a check and allows you to open these faster. I know I have an Italian manager in my club. If it's just that guy, I know he goes for at least 400 coins. Poland kit, if this is duplicate and I see it's going for 1,000 coins, I know I have another one for 1,000 coins. And again, if you try to do all this stuff at the same time, you're probably not going to be as efficient as you would if you did things in groups. If you bought out just one run of League SBCs, it's not going to be as good as if you bought out 5 or 10 for the Pro League Portuguese League section. If you open tradable packs, if you did a single jumbo gold, it's not going to be as good as doing 25 to 50, so on and so forth. List some more healing. Hey bro, I just watched your grind video. I got 2 questions. Do I sell tradable dupes and keep tradable non-dupes? And also, what happens if I run out of cards? Do I just buy some from the market? You will... Let me reword it. It's not that you'll never run out of cards. You will never run out of the ability to do League SBCs. What's the proper way to do that? Any card difference that you lose out on, you'll make enough coins that you'll be able to buy infinitely more cards than you need to continue doing it. And the more in bulk you do it, the better. Does that make sense? When it comes to the tradables, there's a million different ways you can do the tradable packs. We just went over a few of them now. For the last 5 to 10 minutes, we've been doing nothing but going over every single one of these. So if you want to rewind the stream to watch the last 5 or so minutes, that'll be useful. But you could sell or quick sell players. You could use the players for League SBCs. You might ask, if you use the players for League SBCs, you're missing out on the coins. Not if you're saving the coins, and not if you're making the coins on all the consumables. So there's like a million different ways you could do it. Ask yourself the question though, mathematically, are you in profit? That's the way I would look at it. And if you want to take it step by step, literally just do what I just recommended when it comes to mathematics. Ask yourself that right now. For a jumbo gold pack, if they're 250, 300 coins right now, obviously rares are going to be a little bit more, but you're packing untradable stuff. Not everything's being bought. If I said, let's say 300 flat, I'll even go 400. If I did 400 flat and said 400 times 11, 4.4k, how many coins back from 4.4k could I make? Quick sell value, if I just took this pack, what's the quick sell of this one right here? It's not loaded. Actually, I'm going to take it even a step past that. 5.3, so it's already pure profit from that higher price. If you're picking these up for 200 to 250, it's basically half the price that you're doing for the 400. So you're making even more coins. Not to mention the amount of additional coins in this outside of just the quick sell value. And that's just the jumbo gold. And then Prime Electrum too. You have 130 additional special cards in packs. You'll pack those eventually from the Prime Electrums. Quick sell value of like 11k. Just on that alone is crazy. That's just additional coins you can get. Bonus that you don't account for. Like, you don't just assume you're going to get those in terms of counting that towards profit. But it's just bonus profit you get. You won't word it as like, the only way I'm going to make profit is if I pack one of these. It's not needed. But you'll get them. And that's then when Foot Genie and Pale Tools and all the other ones come in. Once you understand the math, it's now not asking the question of can you make profit? You know you're making profit. It's now how can I maximize the amount we do per day? How can I do more League SBC runs? I should honestly probably be listing the 82s for like 800 coins. Because a lot of those will probably sell. Dude, I want Sunderland to buy Poku so bad. I think it's going to happen. We'll know more by the end of the week, probably. Look at that. Two League of Portugal cards from that pack alone. Alright, is our dupe storage cleared? Might be time for a Foot Genie spam. No, we're not cleared. We're not anywhere near cleared. Shoot. Okay. Time for more icons, boys. What SBCs do you think are coming soon? And what has changed in the grind? We're still grinding League SBCs. And because we don't have exchanges, League SBCs became even more profitable. Because less people are doing them. Which means less people are buying your cards, forcing the cards higher in price consistently, so they're staying relatively lower for more pure profit. And you now have an additional 130 tradable promo cards and packs outside of footies that you can now pack in the Jumbo Golden and Prime Electrums. So you're making even more coins than you were before. What do you think's coming? I would have thought exchanges were coming. But I guess EA has other plans. Alright, so pro tip, I'm going to save the 91s as much as I can in the dupe storage because I want to put those into the refresh of the footies swaps when we get those. So I can get an easy 75 tokens from those. Since we're card collecting, I don't want to use the ones in our club. So I'm going to have to pull from other areas. What's up, buddy? Want to hear a good dad joke? I want to hear a good joke, period. I don't think I've heard a single good one from you yet today. Or this week, this month, ever. Oh, that's a 91. Okay, well, I went to ask my dad, but he hasn't came back since I was 5. So no dad jokes. I'm still waiting on the joke, brother. Whenever you're ready. Hey, don't be making Newcastle jokes. Guys, I'm a Sunderland supporter. I get it. They're going through a rough time right now, though. All their transfers are getting stolen from them. And none of their players want to stay at the club. And they have 0 pull. All right? Don't laugh. Don't make fun of them. Just let them struggle. I saw there was 3 Newcastle supporters at the Sunderland-Liverpool game in Nashville, Tennessee. Is that crazy? Alright, 26 dupes. You should be able to spam a bunch of these. Also, too, pro tip, when you guys are making League SBCs, and you guys are trying to be really efficient with doing League SBCs, you're going to be building crafting upgrades over the player picks or 84 doubles when it comes to using your off-league cards, meaning things that aren't premium mixed league cards. Premier Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Ligue 1 Eredivisie, Pro League Portuguese League, none of those cards. It's going to make you be able to build these even faster than you would be able to it's going to make you build League SBCs faster than you were able to before. You're going to be able to start building these up because you don't necessarily need them either. And the cool thing when you build up these, in theory, you should still be using only League SBC cards for League SBCs, and any off-league cards you put right back into these. But the beauty of the more in bulk you do any of this stuff, I have 240 of these. Let's say I had 100, right? Let's say I didn't have 240. Let's say I had 100. I have 9 cards I have to put in, and I get 5 back. Occasionally, you're going to get a walkout, a promo card, things like that. But basically, you can make half the ones you're able to before if you put everything back in. So if you had 100, off of those 100, if I rip those open, I could probably make another 50. Then off that 50, I could make another 25. So the more you build these up, if you wanted to step away from League SBCs for a day and said, you know what, today I just want to spam these. I spam these down, so let's say 0, I could build these up to 120. Very easily. That's not counting provisions, daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold. That's just additional stuff. Food chained. Hey, Rooney. I think that was Rooney. Went too fast. Another Mbappe. Nice. Alright, sick. Alright, let's do exactly what I was just saying. Buy these cards. Alright, we're gonna have to one-off these real quick. Otherwise, it's gonna be uneven. Alright, there we go. So now we can do sets of 3. What's a bad thing to say to a guy in a wheelchair who's getting bullied? Don't be sad, man. Just stand up for yourself. Rooney's son signed his United contract today, too. Nice. So you'll see when I do this, what I'm talking about by how I end up saving my tradable packs. I don't like opening the tradable packs on here that often. I like doing those more on console, so you'll see like I make up that difference by crafting upgrades. I'll do some buying, do some bidding. those SBC storage. So we just made 4 runs. 4 runs to League SBCs in less than a minute. Open those packs. Hopefully it's sharing, yeah. Imagine the whole time it wasn't sharing. What did the Meg smell? He didn't have the pull to open the shower door. Winter, what's up, buddy? Sam, disappointed with the grind is an understatement. What, you're telling me you aren't looking forward to doing League SBCs every single day instead of exchanges? Unbelievable, man. You're so privileged. EA doesn't owe you anything. Are you going to use FUTTIES a lot at the beginning? I'm going to do auto SBC 40-50 times every time. They don't ban me now, so why would they? Are you going to use FUTTIES a lot at the beginning? What do you mean a lot at the beginning? I use FUTTIES every single day for 25 to 50 League SBC runs. What do you mean beginning? Of FC? I mean, I'm going to use everything. I'm going to use FUTGG, connect my EA account. I'm going to do extensions for Pale Tools and FUTGenie. We're going to do it all, man. Probably won't do it as much early on, not because any other reason that I enjoy console to start, but like there's not as much need for it early on. So you're going to auto buy players into auto SBC. I mean, I always auto SBC. I would never snipe with bots though. The sniping with bots is the thing that gets you banned. Everything you see me doing here is what I'll continue to do. Need to remove soft bans at least though? Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Footbin is now included. Is an authorized partner. So FUTGG, FUTTIES, and Footbin are all included. I think that's a positive step. We'll see, though. Late July, I don't want to be doing League SBCs for an infinite grind in the first place. Just want to empty my storage out and a bunch of 89s, for example. I will say, this is my one slight call out. If you guys have been around the channel for more than a week or two, we've kind of been warning you to build a stockpile in case you don't get SBCs you want. So even without exchanges, doesn't mean you can't be endlessly spamming packs right now, but a lot of the work that people have done over the past few weeks will directly go to like how your account's looking right now. Yeah, it's not the most ideal thing to want to be doing League SBCs right now, but that, provisions, dailies, all that should have been building to a point where you could grind even without exchanges. Like, we're kind of auto doing League SBCs at this point because we have so many packs. It just fills, endlessly spam, fill, endlessly spam. Like, it doesn't feel like how we used to do League SBCs in the sense of like I never feel super low. Yeah, I don't really feel like saving. Plus, I'm going on holiday in a day or two, and I want to go out and enjoy. But that's the thing. You want to go out and enjoy, that's when you should be doing it. Right? That's when you do save the packs. You do the bare minimums. You do the provisions. You keep them. How many coins do you have, Winter? Because that was me when I was in Nashville to see Sunderland and Liverpool play this weekend. I wasn't spamming packs like I normally do, so I was able to save up hundreds more. You know the important league and nations you had set up in the Pale Tools videos? Are those the same ones as today? No. I don't do important nations. They're not needed. And I don't do the mixed league anymore. I just do the premium mixed league. And the Lib and Sud, depending on which video you're talking about, if you're referring to when Lib and Sud was in the premium mix, Lib and Sud is no longer in the League SBC. It's been replaced by the Pro League and Portuguese League for the past, I think, 5 or 6 months. So I would do those two instead if you're going to do important leagues. But in general, I would lock all your favorite players. What's been your best pull so far? I have no idea. Most things are discard. I got like a 6 mils lockdown the other day. Untradeable, I guess. I guess that'd probably be my best one. Not the one curling packs. I got one of his old icons. MumboElite go on holiday to the US in 3 weeks time. What's a few must-do things a European must experience in the States? Where are you going specifically in the States? I'd say number one, air conditioning is probably going to be life-changing for you. If you're from Europe, the European mind cannot comprehend such an easy thing to have. You guys like making life more difficult on yourselves than it needs to be. And try that. I'd try any sort of food. Any person who's made a meme joke about the quality of food in the US versus other countries, you talk about it from a health perspective. Try it as a taste perspective. Let me know what you think of food. And see how much you're going to miss it when you leave. Florida, so air conditioning may be a lifesaver? Yeah, so Florida is actually going to be the whole American experience. So what I want you to do, I want you to... We're going to plan the perfect day for you, okay? Depending on when your flight gets in, it might be extremely late or early in the morning. I want you, before you get to your hotel or wherever you're staying, I want you to go to a Waffle House. It has to be a Waffle House, and it has to be in Florida. The sketchier the location looks, the better. You should, in the distance, hear a shootout. Guns should be firing. That's good. Go in and sit down. You'll want diversity in your Waffle House. It should not be all black. It should not be all white. It should be a mix of every color and creed in the world that you could think of. It's going to be like a tourist attraction, okay? You're going to want staff at this Waffle House that look equally fed up and equally happy to be there. They should not greet you with hey honey, go sit down. It should be more of like, what do you want? And sit at the bar area, aka where they cook in front of you. You can sit in like the side booths, but that's like you're in spectator mode. It's like, you know when you die in Call of Duty and like search and destroy, you're kind of watching the round happen? That's kind of like what sitting in a side booth is. But if you sit at the bar table, you're heavily involved in the action. Make sure you have a phone charger. Your phone should be completely charged at all times. Not only so you can call people if needed, but you should be able to record everything when a fight breaks out. You're going to have gators probably crawling through the streets. If you have a swamp or something nearby, they're probably chilling in there. Any Florida man's going to help you out with that. Gators aren't as scary as they think, but if you're not familiar with them, they can look really creepy. You're going to want to take a look at the underground rap scene, specifically in the Gainesville area. You're going to want to look at a lot of those artists. They might have some concerts going on, official or unofficial ones. There's some venues you could go to. Might be relatively cheap. Could be expensive. There's going to be a ton of street performances. You're going to want to avoid Disney like the plague. You do not want to see a Disney adult. They are people that need to be avoided completely. I believe in equality up until Disney adults. They should lose rights. There's nothing wrong with liking Disney. I love Disney. Piglet is my favorite Disney character of all time. I grew up on it. But if you are going to Disney as an adult without children, more than once a year, if you live in Florida and you're going weekly, there's some people I go multiple times a week. That can be your thing, alright? You know what? I was gonna say there's something wrong with you, but that person probably thinks that of me buying the same game every single year called FC and grinding the menus when inevitably it's gonna restart. They probably think I'm insane. Rightfully so. Avoid me like the plague. When do exchanges usually come out? Last year we had them over a month ago. 2 years ago we had them during Team of the Year. And now we have them not at all. I want aircon. Sketchy Waffle House with a fully charged phone on the list. Alright, sweet. Okay. You're going to want to go to a Walmart. You're going to want to try a bunch of different candies and stuff out of Walmart. Basically, look down the candy aisle. Look down like the snack aisle. Look down the soda aisle. You're going to look for stuff that basically feels like it would be banned in any other country. Okay? You're going to have some fun with that. You're going to want to go to a shooting range, okay? You might think guns are a bad idea. If you want to have that opinion, that's completely up to you. You can have it. Go to a shooting range and at least learn how to use a firearm. they'll give you instructions and you'll be able to shoot different ones. Shoot a pistol, shoot a shotgun, shoot a assault rifle. And do me a favor. Do a quick scope with a sniper. Alright? I want you to get a Barrett 50 cal. And you're going to put your eye directly up to the barrel. Not the barrel. The eyesight. The little scope. A Barrett 50 cal. Alright? You're going to want to put it directly on there. There's going to be no kickback whatsoever. Alright? If there's any, it's going to be like a little love tap. You probably don't even need two hands. You probably could just have one hand on it to hold the Barrett 50 cal. And let me know how that goes. Any of the local teams, any good? Maybe the local hand egg team? I mean, if you're in Florida and you're anywhere near Miami, you get to see Messi, Casemiro, probably half of the World Cup top players that are over the age of 30. Probably going to be there on a free. They have a good USL team. They have good pickup scene. A lot of youth academies, or the American version of it. They have their MLS Pro Next tournaments in Disney and around it, so you could probably see a ton of talent. Diamande played in Florida quite a bit. Diamande, less than a year and a half ago, was playing in Florida. And now he's going to be worth more than 100 mil. Isn't that crazy? Miami Dolphins, on the other hand, don't watch hand egg. Miami Dolphins, not a fun time. There's a few spots I've heard of in Florida, but equally I would like to return home at some point. That's optional. If you return home, did you really have as much fun as you could have? That's what you got to be asking yourself. And so, remember when we had 250 crafting upgrades, boys? And we sat there and spammed them? And we did some more League SBCs? And we sat there and spammed them? We're back up to 240. And we made how many runs of League SBCs? Probably like 7 or 8. So I still have the Jumbo Gold Pack, the Prime Electrums from those that we haven't even touched yet. That could build up more than 250 total. Yeah, you just keep that going forever and ever. All right, I gotta go shopping, boys. I haven't gotten groceries in 2 weeks. Been slowly using everything in my pantry until it's been down to nothing. So we'll be back Wednesday, 4 hours after new content. If you guys did enjoy, do me a favor, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. If you haven't seen our grind video on how to grind during footies, it's the newest video on the channel from the other day. Feel free to take a look at that. If you're familiar or starting to get familiar with the League SBC grind, it's going to help you kind of see next level on all the different ways you could be making coins and packs, even without exchanges. But yeah, hopefully EA gives us more stuff soon. But even if they don't, we're kind of chilling, man. Love you, bud. All right, take it easy, boys. Peace!